Okay guys, takamirira kukomenda on trending topics. Yes, we have a life to talk about. So, ndine kanyaya katoda kuti timbokurukura nhasi. Hello guys, how are you? Zita rangu ndonzi SGP kana kuti Sekuru Ugudu Pikicha. Yes, I am currently based here in South Africa. So before I dive into today's topic, I'd love to say thank you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Kune vanyowaniwo vasati subscriber, please ndinokumbirisawo hakuna amwe mashoko andingashandise machannels ese akakura aya ndimi maitongoenda muchino subscribe ipapo saka I beg you to do so. This is going to benefit me a lot, especially this content creation thing. I've taken it as a 9-to-5 job, not as a full-time thing. So anyway, I am currently based in South Africa and I have something that I want to talk about today. Of course, atingangomirira ngotaura nyaya dzana maititika na dzimwe nyaya dzinenge dzichiitika. We have a life to talk about it. Me, I have a story and iwewe une story yawinayo. Anyway, today I will be sharing my story. Anyway, guys, in 2006, I came to South Africa. It was after ndapedza form 4 in 2004. So 2005 ndakaenda ku Harare because ndaive munhu aigara kumusha. Ndaenda ku Harare vanambonoshanda ndipo pakaparwa Murambatsvina. Saka ndaishanda kubasa kwamukoma wangu kumbare kumagaba uko. Ndiko kwandaishanda iko aita zvekutengesa maspares emotikari. I wasn't much into that thing semunhu akakurira kumusha. So Murambatsvina warova zvazvisaita kuti tese timukire tiende kubasa. Takatotora most of the stuff tikanoiendesa kumba. Yange yakutogara kumba chaiko ku location. Takatotutana marori masimba aya. So zvazvisingamake sense kuti ndimukire ikoko because papasina place yachaiyo yekuti I will be working from. Plus ndakanditorina urizo ndanditora apprentice ndaenda kutotanga kutoita se kutodzidza. Fast forward from 2005 Murambatsvina warova 2006 I decided to come to South Africa. I came to South Africa. It was a painful journey of what I went through. I will make another video about that, but I am going to fast forward Zakari. I came to South Africa. I struggled a lot, guys, from 2006, 2007, 2008. I spent 3 years in South Africa, but that's when things take a leap for better. In South Africa ndo pandakatanga kuziva zvemacomputers and stuff. That's when I was exposed to IT and other stuff. So ndaenda ku South Africa 2006 ndaka 2006 wese 7 8 and ndovana ndadzoka ku Zimbabwe 2008 and ndadzoka ku Zimbabwe ndakava netungwanda twangu ndandine tumudziyo twangu twemudheni. Ndandine bed yangu, ndandine PA system yangu, which was very good. 2 big speakers and a very big amplifier that I could hire out. Ndandine computer yangu, ndandine fridge yangu. And at that age, I think I was at 20. I was at 20. And another 20 years, ndandatozadza room yangu yese in property. So yeah, I started living in desert with my brother. Brother, I have a full house that I'm renting. Why don't you come and stay with me? So I went there. I got my guru, my brother, Nevana, which was amazing. I wasn't even paying rent. So today I'd love to say thank you so much, brother. Thank you, my guru. I wish one day I would repay or return the favor. Anyway, I stayed in desert for some time. Ndagara desert for some time. I was trying to figure out what to say in life. Like ndandajera ku South Africa ndokwandaziva kuti maaso kwandaita ku South Africa. Some of it was a bit illegal, by the way. Anyway, fast forward, takazoenda kunosvika kuna 20. This was 2008. ndakadzoka kuZimbabwe 2009-10 ndakava ndaenda kunogara kuEpworth. I started hustling ndiri kuEpworth. Ndakavhura kashop kangu kandaita zvekuloda music nechichichichichi ndiri kuEpworth ikoko. 2011 that's when I got married. I got married in 2011. 2012 we had a beautiful daughter. Anonzi Chelsea. And 2013 we separated with my wife. So we separated. I don't want to go into much details about that because it is involving some private lives. So anyway, fast forward 2012, I stayed in Epworth and I bought my first car in 2013. In 2012, by the way, but in 2012 I nearly died. I don't even know kuti ndairwara nei. Simona egara ndandine office kuma shops, people started suspecting kuti ndabatira chirwere. I was HIV positive and ndakawonda. Skin yangu ikatanga kuita zvimakwamba kuita kunga ameno. I've never seen that disease before. I nearly died, I'm telling you guys. Thanks to this other guy who went with me to the hospital, who was a friend of mine. I shanda nema NGO, non-government organizations. I've forgotten his name. Akanditora on my birthday on 10 August. I was very sick and we went to Epworth Clinic Overspill. Takatosvika ikoko because it was on 10 August and yange iri Heroes Independence Day. I don't remember. Takasvika ko vanhu manesa akutovhara gate kuti vakutoendaona 12 o'clock kuMascot. Then they were forced to reopen the clinic because I was in critical condition. We went inside, they tested for me for HIV, and to their surprise ndakandisina HIV virus, and they were shocked because maondera ndakaita nezvandakaita ndaifana kutongoita kubuda netest iri positive yekuti ndiri and the HIV positive, but it was not like that. Ndakabaiwa injection imwe rekukwidza temperature because ndaita fever imwe yakanyanya. Then fast forward zvakaramba zvakanditsimbirira, it did not work until ndazoenda kuna mumwe muprofita watakazoenda watakarefeiwa kumabvukuko. That man really helped me. I don't know zvinhu zvaakandipa so zvaita kunge safe yaiswa mumvura, and I drink that and ndakanorutsa and I started walking because kufamba chaiko I was struggling. Nonga kuti ndifambe a 1 kilometer journey ndaigona kuita 3 hours to walk. Ndaiti ndikafamba about 5 steps, then I rest for 30 minutes. Body yangu yaitanga kuita weak. I don't even know because I was tested for TB, hapana chakabuda. I was tested for different diseases, hapana chakabuda. Ameno pangu ndokuroiwa kwacho. Anyway, fast forward, ndakazopora, but ndapora I lost my business randakandiri kuita, and some other young people took over the business from my shops paraishandira, and they took away my clients. So I started struggling from 2012. 2013 I struggled a lot. I lost everything totally, guys. 2013 I started working for someone's studio who was previously my artist. Actually ndakatanga kutomushandira mustudio make. Inini zvangu zvese zvestudio zvandanda nazvo I lost it. By the way, I forgot to tell you that I'm a music producer. I was doing photograph back then and I lost everything, guys. Totally everything. Zvese ndakarasikirwa nazvo. Ndakandotanga kushandira mufana wadaitomborekoda ari artist 2013. 2014 ndakabva ndatobva kumashops kwaya ndisina office, ndatovhara zvatodhakwa. Ndakabva ndasiya futi that office yemufano yawo ndaishandira because anga oda kuzviitira zvinhu zvake ari. Then 2015 I was so stressed. I started to think about my previous marriage and how it was ruined. I regretted losing my wife and my kid. A lot of things. I fell into depression, guys. I nearly committed suicide. This is a true story. This is pure organic. This is what happened to me. This is from true experience. I fell into depression, and my sister, I think I had a sister who was here in South Africa. I think somebody told him that things are not okay for your brother. So I had a call this other morning, and she called me and said, brother, do you want to come to South Africa? Maybe you can change your life, you can do something. Then I never think twice on that opportunity. I jumped on it straight away, and I came to South Africa. To tell you guys, I was living in my one-roomed house that I built in airport, and I built a piece of land in a sister young stand park. And I was living in that one room. To tell you, I had a base bed, and you know, airport quacks nama gets like now. Base bed round akatanga kuri ripa mapranga the other side kusvika pa half ndasvika pa one side ndo yanga yakurarika munhu one, rimwe side rese ndakabvisa mapranga ese ndichibikisa ndichishaya mari yeunhu. I couldn't afford. I was even cooking in a teapot. I can't even I have some friends, even Nanaswanoseka, if they still remember what I went through when I was in Zimbabwe and I broke. Fast forward, I South Africa in Cape Town. I started working in the farms. Yeah. Dakati ndiudze vanhu kuti I was a producer. I was working in my own office doing my own things. But vanhu vaiseka saka uri kudii kuno kuma grapes, what are you doing? Uri kutsvakei kuno? People couldn't believe it. So I worked 2, 3, 4 months. Ndakadzorera mari dzematransport dzandandabatsirwa nesisistreni yangu, you know. And then a brother of mine called me to another place. Ndakaenda another place inonzi Morrisburg. Ipapo ndandasvikira kunonzi kuWorcester. Ndaenda kuMorrisburg. I started working again on a construction company. Taingoita concrete chete, kupusha mabhara, kukanya concrete mixer, yakufoshorera matombo majecha. The job basa racho rairwadza. Guys, it was very, very painful. I worked and I was getting like 120 rands per day. Though the same and I went to my farms. Kusvika this other time ndazokwita basa rakazopera construction company kokoko. Then I went kunoshanda kuma farms kwataita zvokuisa manets pamusoro peminda yema nachis, grapes kunonzi kumanets. Taigara kuprazi koko from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday ndo pataizoenda kumba. Then kumba kwataigara, which means rent tatangotongobhadhara kugara 2 days the weekend chete. It was cool. Then on Monday morning todzoka makusenseni kubasa. Then started working at the farm, chigara pafarm ipapo. Mari yainetsa, especially kana ari madays ekunaya ticket raitota, waizona kuti waipiwa half day and all that stuff. Apa unenge uri kuprazi far away from the from vanhu vakawanda, from the location where you can hustle, or from the city where you can hustle. So you had to endure that. I had to endure that. So sometimes instead of getting the 600 from the 120 per day, you would end up winning 300 or 400 rand per week. It was very painful. While I was doing that, I bought my 2 printers, then and a PC. Then I quit. I started doing printing work and other PC work and blah 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 blah. I started fishing as well. So I would go to this other river which was near where I stay in Morrisburg, between Morrisburg and Picketburg, if you know that place. Then I end up 2 times per week. Then do I kweretesa fish there. Then on Friday, people, after they get paid, they would pay me also. So I was making a little bit of money from there, maybe 400 to 500, which was almost equivalent to the money that somebody who was going to prize every day in the morning was getting. So I was getting a little bit better. Instead of getting like 600 rand per week, I was getting something like 1,000 or 1,200. Some side hustles and all the stuff, the printing work I was doing. Anyway, fast forward. Then I went to Strand. In end Strand, I remarried again. I met the love of my life, my current wife, and we have 2 beautiful daughters. And yeah, Mari Bakangabaineni. I think it is God who directed me to that woman, and up to now, ndiye mukadzi wandinaye. And This is 2017 now. Ndabva kuZimbabwe 2015. 2017 I'm stranded. I've remarried again. Ndakambofunga kumbogara ndisina kuroora, but semunhu akamborora, and I just felt something was off. I needed somebody. I needed a partner. I was so stressed because life was not moving well for me. So when I remarried again, I think I calmed down. Even dumbu ndakanga ndisina this dumbu nastori namatama esa. And it is when I started staying with my wife that ndakatanga kuteta dumbu, ndakatanga kuteta matama, and I started to rebuild again from 2017 up to now. So I'm still here in South Africa, and now, yes, that was just a background stuff. So now that I want to go back to Zimbabwe, I want to go back to Zimbabwe. I've been living in South Africa and I have learned a lot of skills. I have learned a lot of things, even about life itself. And I think I should implement that on myself. So, nyaya kudzokera kuZimbabwe, most people who are here vandakaona vari kutenga mastands kudhorobha, vari kutenga dzimba kudhorobha, vari kubuilda kudhorobha. And I can tell you kuti 90% of the people that I know vakatenga mastand kudhorobha vakavaka, vakanzi vakavakira zvisiri pamutemo, mastands avo havasi pamutemo, they lost it. Their houses were demolished and they lost thousands and thousands of rands and dollars. So I'm afraid kuti nditenge stand right now ndiri kuno South Africa and build a structure there, because I don't know if anything can happen to it. This other morning, this place you built on is not pamtemo, and I am afraid to lose all my life savings on that. So I am thinking of building or developing my house in the rural areas. The reason why I want to go to the rural areas, it is because there's no pressure in town in terms of spending, in terms of my rentals. Of course, we have our parents' house in the city, but I don't want to rely on that. I just want to live a very peaceful and stress-free life. This is why I'm choosing to go and develop in the rural areas. The reason, some might say, why don't you go to the town? Rural areas, guys, to tell you the truth, I've been living in South Africa for a long time, out of the CBD, away from the CBD of Cape Town. I can spend months and months now in CBD of Cape Town. I'm living in the outskirts, but still I'm enjoying my life here. And I can still enjoy my life if I go to Zim in the rural areas. Anyway, there are factors to consider before you make that move, or there are factors to consider why I made that decision. I would prefer to go to my rural areas and build my house there. Number one, I'm not going to buy land or stand. I'm just going to start by developing, which means Mariancha Shanisa will start to go pakovaka structure yangu. Number two, magetsi ari kunetsa kuZimbabwe, so there's no difference yekuti uri kugara kumusha. And what I simply need to do is to buy my solar backup system yangu, then I install it at my house. Number three, the most important thing to me also that I've noticed is internet. Internet is very, very important, guys. And I think internet is the only thing that can differentiate somebody living in town and somebody living in the rural areas. If you don't have access to internet and you are staying in the rural areas, you are surely lost. So I'm thinking of also investing in a internet kit like that. Yes, Starlink about. So yeah, those three things. If I buy a power backup, if I have internet, and I have free land where I can actually build on or erect structures without paying for it, which means I'm going to save a lot. So guys, this is my idea that I have. And to tell you the truth, I have my kids here, my two beautiful daughters. I don't want to say it's an achievement or something special, but I want to tell you something. These two beautiful daughters. They are very, very intelligent. By now, they can speak fluent English. The other one is 5 years old. The other one is 2 years old, and they only speak English. And guess what? They never learned that English from school. They learned it from the internet. They watch a lot of cartoon content, and they learn a lot of English, and their English is good, very, very good grammar and everything. They say everything. They say everything properly. They speak English properly, guys. I'm telling you, even more than me. Some of the words that they use, I laugh at myself sometimes, and I'm surprised. I just gasp and say, "Wow, how did she learn those words? When did she learn those words?" So I understand that access to information is very, very important. If you have internet, you have the world. You have the world like this in your hands. You are everywhere. You are in everything if you have the internet. The power of internet is so amazing. So amazing. So as for me, I never got lucky were employed at a certain company. I've been doing everything employment. I've been relying on self-employment all my life, and I'm thinking that if I went to Zimbabwe, I can continue with this content creation. Maybe if I think of a project I can do project here in Rukuchi. And I encourage a lot of Zimbabweans who are outside of Zimbabwe, who are in South Africa or in the diaspora, to invest in the rural areas. Guys, there's something also that I want you to see. Guys, look at your age. Like now, I'll be 37 soon. So, which means I'm nearly 40. Lifespan or life expectancy, maybe 60 years or it's 70 years. So, which means if I'm nearly 40, I'm only left with 30 years to live. And that is the truth, guys. Let us not comfort each other with lies that you get to 100, 120 or 200, 70 at max. There are a lot of diseases coming, there are accidents, there are a lot of things that can happen. So for the remaining 30 years, I don't want to be stressed living in the city and, stressing about the bills and all that stuff. I just want to live the remainder of my years peacefully and stress-free. So this is why I'm choosing my rural areas. But I have to make sure that the rural place is a nice place to be, is a place to enjoy the rest of my life or part of my life, because I wanted to have power. I must have power. I must have access to information like the internet, as I'm saying. I must also have a car. So the other thing also that I forgot to mention is you must have a car if you want to stay in the rural area, such that you can do movements from point A to point B. You can do trading using your car. You work on your stuff, then you take your stuff to the city, trade, then you come back and relax in your house without any stress. So having a car is very, very important. So when I go to Zimbabwe, I'm thinking also of having a car. I don't know if I'm going to go with my car that I currently have, or I have to look for another car when I go there. So I think, guys, it is really, really good to invest in our rural homes and live there peacefully. The other thing that inspired me, decide living in Cape Town for all these years, you cannot even see my robots. Farms, and you'll be surprised the furniture which is in there, what they've done with their places. Guys, when you're living in a stress-free life in your own piece of land, guys, where you don't pay rent house, guys, you can do a lot and you can enjoy. You are at peace with life. Anything can be done and you can enjoy. All you need for your life to be enjoyable is to surround yourself with the stuff that you need. Not to surround you, not to be living near the CBD. That is not going to benefit you anything. That is going to benefit the city council. Not you. So guys, I don't know how to convince you, but me, I'm convinced for now. I don't know if I'm going to change my mind or what, but I don't know. So living in South Africa also, I've learned something. Or you living in the diaspora, we can agree on that. You wake up early in the morning, you go to work, you came in the evening, and you just come to sleep, and you do that. You have been doing that for more than 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You are not even enjoying the house that you are paying rent, the lights, the electricity, the Wi-Fi, the DSTV. You are not enjoying it. You are only enjoying it for a small time. So it simply means you need somewhere to go and relax after all these years working. You know, where you wake up and you are not expecting anybody from the city council to be knocking at your gate or what. What you simply need to do, if you have some money that you have saved, please, I encourage you to invest or build a house in the rural areas. Also, the other thing, also, some people I've seen, they are building large, big houses. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm not speaking from jealous or any experience, but I want to speak from experience. You know, see guys, our kids, they are going to grow up, they are going to get married, they are going to move away, they are going to start their own lives. So you just need a home which is good, like maybe a 2-bedroom house, a nice kitchen, a dining room, a storage room, a garage or something. Not too much. Don't stress yourself by building these mansions that I'm saying. Yes, of course, if you've got a lot of money, you can do that, but it's not serious. 17 rooms. It doesn't make sense to me. You can invest more in your domestic animals like cows, cattle, goats, chickens, and you know, in your garden you can erect a proper you can invest in a proper water system, in pumps and all that stuff to make life a bit easier. So also invest in solar power backup. It is going to make the rural life just look as the urban life, even more than the urban life, because people in the urban city centers, they don't spend the whole day in their houses. They wake up in the morning, go to work, come back in the evening, go to work. So what are you enjoying? What are you enjoying? So you just need also to see that if you have to have something like that can generate some money, so that you can buy 1 or 2 things. Most of the things you can farm them. Back then, like most, you can farm your mealie meal, you can farm tomatoes, vegetables, onions, and all that greens. You can do them on your own. You can, rear chickens for meat, goats, cows. You can do that or in the rural area. So guys, I think each and everybody must have a plan on how they are going to retire, how they want to live the remaining years of their lives. It's all about the remaining years of your life, looking at how old you are right now and how many years you have lived so far, and looking at life expectancy. These things, most people they never think about it. They are busy working. Their heads are down like this, working. They've no time to raise their hands and look at the future, or to think about the future, or to think about or plan life about themselves. So yeah, this idea might be crazy. Some can think it's a crazy idea, but I think it's a good idea. If I execute it properly, it's going to benefit me and my kids, and I am going to live and enjoy the rest of my life. I don't know, guys, what do you think? I can still communicate with you if I have internet, and I will be able even to create more content outside. Like, I'm in South Africa, I can't even go out with my camera. They'll take it away. I can't do that. So when I go to the rural areas where I grew up, and the school is actually maybe 1 kilometer from my house, so my kids won't have any issues with going to school. Just 1 kilometer. They walk just 1 kilometer from my house to the school. So all I need is to make sure that these basic important things are there for my kids. They must have access to information. They must have internet. they must have power, electricity, they must have these laptops, they must have these phones, the latest technology, they must have it, such that there is no difference, but there is more peace. There's more peace. There is more and more peace, and it's a stress-free life. So guys, tell me what you think about this, me moving from the diaspora going back to Zimbabwe. If I missed some important points, please let me know in the comment section. Do them comment section. Guys, kuti pazvakaipa here kuti kana ndinenge ndabva kuno ku South Africa, I can go build my house and stay in the rural areas, provided I have power, I have internet, and I'm a content creator. I can create a lot of content from there, and I can actually generate some money also from that. I can even work online. From the experience and skills that I have, I can even work online and do some online jobs. It doesn't matter where I am, as long as you have internet, good internet connection, you can do that. It is possible. So guys, my name is SGP. Starang Segurugudo. Tata tikangoramba tingotaura nyaya dzana maititi nenyaya dzana chivhayo. Rikaiti mbotaurawo nezve life. Munofungei this? What do you think? What do you think about what I have said above? Of course, I've been learning from other guys who moved from the diaspora to Zimbabwe, their experiences. So I'm trying also to avoid kupinda my same issues or with my same mistakes. So guys, let me know in the comment section what you think. My name is SGP. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell.